To find the least common multiple, or the LCM, you look for the smallest whole number that is a multiple of each number. And there are two ways you can go about this. One way to do this is to write out a few multiples of the two numbers that you were given, though this could take a while depending on the numbers that are given to you. The second way is to write out each number as a product of prime factors. The LCM is the product of unique prime factors from both numbers. Use repeated factors the maximum number of times they appear in either factorization. Both ways work, just pick the way you feel most comfortable with. So we're going to find the LCM for 6 and 9 first. So when we look at 6 and 9, I'm going to just write out some multiples of it. So 6 and 9. So we have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, and so on. I can always go on further if need be. 9 is 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, and so on. I don't need to go any further for either of them because I see that 18 is the smallest number where they are the same. So I can say that the least common multiple is 18. Now again, depending on some numbers, it could go on for a while, or they might be something simple where they occur fairly early on. Another way to do this is to write out the prime factors. So let's do that. So 6 and 9 are just 2 times 3 and 3 times 3. So we can see when looking at this that 3 occurs once each. So we know that there is a common multiple of 3 here. Then I see here that this has a 2 and this doesn't have a 2, so I need a 2 in my LCM. And then this has an extra 3, whereas this lacks the extra 3, so I need another 3 here. So 3 times 2 times 3 is going to give you 18. So this is another way of doing the LCM, whether by writing out factors until you get to the first one that occurs the same, or write out their prime factors and just find out what is in common and then what is missing from each one to get the LCM. But let's do another one just so we can see it again in practice. I prefer to do this, so that's what I'm going to stick with for now. So let's go with 9 and 15. So 9 is just 3 times 3, and 15 is just 3 times 5. So LCM, I see right off the bat that 3 is in common to both, so we know we have a 3. This has an extra 3, where this one over here does not, so we need another 3 in here. And this has a 5, whereas this lacks a 5, so we also need a 5 in here. No more factors that are common, no more factors, period. So I just multiply 3 times 3 times 5, and I'm going to get an LCM of 45. Lastly, I have 4 and 5. So 4, which is 2 times 2, and then 5, which is just 5. So there's no common factors, so I can't write anything in common for the LCM. But I see that there is 2 2's here and no 2's here, so I know I'm going to need a 2 times 2. And this has a 5, whereas this lacks a 5, so I'm going to put a 5 in here. So the LCM is of 4 and 5 is going to be 2 times 2 times 5, which is going to be 20. And this is how you do, or how you find, the LCM of two numbers.